Hey guys, ZeroArmada here. Here's a little secondary customization commentary. Just gonna go over some of the secondary weapons, like what would be the best choice for what kind of primaries and whatnot. First secondary we have is the standard basic pistol, the light pistol. It's nothing special, pretty much. There's like a lot better options than this, but it can still hold its own, pretty much. The thing with this thing is you don't really want to like time your shots. You just want to just spam it pretty much. It's not like other games where like if you have a pistol, it's like a deagle or something. You just want to spam it like crazy. So if you want to if you really want to consider using it, which I don't recommend, there's a lot better options. Like I said, best thing would be last muzzle. Each barrel gets pretty much better stats, but of course you have to wait till unlock it at that level. But last puzzle, the V2 Z900 mod. Magazine, it's kind of your choice, really. Do you want the quicker reload speed, or do you want the faster movement? So I mean, it's pretty much give and take. Or do you want more ammo? So I mean, I'd say more ammo in this situation since you have only like 12 shots. You want to make it. I mean, 18's a pretty noticeable difference from 12. And for the actual reload, it's like zero point 0.4 seconds. So I mean, the other mags don't really give you that much of a difference. Plus zero point 0.1 run speed. So I mean, your biggest gain would probably be ammo. So that's probably a good choice. Scope is pretty much up to you in terms of preference. I usually put the OPRL Reflex 2 hollow scope on all my guns and my secondaries, but it's up to you. I mean, a sniper scope would be pretty good on this one as well. So maybe something like the EMI Rival 2 gives you a 3.9 zoom. It's pretty much preference. The more zoom you have, the more noticeable the recoil is going to be. So that's just something to keep in mind too. So I'm going to choose that one. Stock. Mm, I think the thing about the secondaries is since you don't really use them that much. Well, in my case, like I don't really use them that much. Like I don't really put weight into the stats that much. But ideally, I would use the last one. As well, I think probably recoil and spread would be the best thing to minimize. So there's a couple options you can use for stocks. The last one, the Armcom AC10 Sharp is a good one. The Crane STI-01 is another good stock. That one's a good stock for range. I mean, range would probably be another good thing to look for as well. Not really in the second pistols, maybe like the shotgun or something you want to look for range, but in this case, you probably want to maximize or minimize the spread or the recoil. So Silverwood BRS Tactical would be a good one for low level people. I think that's the best stock to minimize spread for low level gear. So that's a good thing to look for. But yeah, that's pretty much the light pistol in a nutshell. Second gun, a heavy pistol. A heavy pistol is pretty much a little bit of a beefier version of the light pistol. It has about 10, 10 more damage when you spec it maxed for damage, which I did in this case. Pretty much the same mods. Got the last muzzle, last barrel. I went with the extended as well on the pistol. I think extended for pistols is probably the best choice. Same scope. Stock, I use the last one, but like I said, the BRS Tactical would be a good choice for the little people. And once you get it, though, I think it was there's another stock in here that that had pretty much the same stats, but you had a little bit more run speed. Yeah, the Overmatch JL M5 Advanced would be another good choice, but you lose a little bit of range and a little bit of spread, but you get a little bit of run speed. That's probably not how much to make a difference to move on to this one. So the silver would probably keep you occupied or well fitted for about the first 20 or 25 levels. So that's a good stock. But yeah, I mean, the first two secondaries I really wouldn't use. I think there's a lot better options. You can do well. You can do well with both these things, but I think there's a lot better options, like especially for a pistol revolver. I mean, this thing is a beast. I mean, it's pretty much like a deagle in Counter-Strike Source. I mean, it's really satisfying to kill people with it. You can you can pretty much snipe with this thing. It's pretty. I mean, if you have like something that's automatic, like probably like an SMG or something, you probably want to stick with like a revolver, just to like have something that can, keep you aided in long range fights. And same thing, if you have something that's like a long range, like a bolt action, you might want like a shotgun or a machine pistol to just complement you. But revolver is, I would definitely recommend it. It's pretty beastly. Magazine, I don't use. It's pretty much just has all the elemental magazines. Doesn't have any extended or anything like that. So I don't use those. I don't really like them. So I just keep it standard for that. Scope, there's not much you can change, as you can see, but scope, you can go ahead put a sniper on this thing. I mean, this thing is pretty dead on accurate. You can use a sniper on it and it will shoot people across the map. I do not kid you. So you can use a sniper. You can use the other one I'm showing you, the EMI Rival 2 is another good choice. Like I said, I always go for the Reflex 2 Hollow. So yeah, I mean, this thing is a good choice. That's all I'm gonna say. Next up, shotgun. Shotgun, pretty much a standard shotgun. Another good choice, like I said, if you have something long range like a sniper or like maybe a combat rifle, you probably want to invest yourself in getting a shotgun or a machine pistol. In the past, shotguns probably was like the best secondary out there. It's still a really good secondary. I mean, it's still probably the best, to be honest with you guys. So it's definitely something you should look into, just trying it out and see how you're liking it. Grip, I use a second grip. Gives you a little bit more fire rate, a little bit more less spread, a little bit less recoil. Well, actually, a lot less recoil. 600 to 840. So that's a good investment right there. Barrel. Honestly, I don't really bother with the barrels that they give you. This one, it gives you 2 more damage, and you have like a multiple fire pellet burst. But still, I think probably the biggest critical stat here is the range. So I really don't want to sacrifice that. But I mean, if you want to go for the damage, this would be your barrel. And this one doesn't do crap; it just gives you more run speed. So I'm not using that at all. Magazine, probably go with the quick reload mag, maybe an extended mag for more bullets, but it's up to you, to be honest. Like I said, this ammo is kind of personal preference. Scope, same scope as before, OPRL, Reflex 2 Hollow. Stock, like I said, minimize recoil, minimize spread as much as possible. With all the other ones, the PRS Tactical is the best option probably for the low people. But you might want to invest in trying to get lower or higher range, excuse me. So maybe you have V2 folding CQC /B, gives you a little bit extra range. Crane ST1 I-01 is not a good stock for that, but I mean, you probably, I think that's kind of personal preference. Ideally, if you want a little bit mix of both, you want to go with the collapsible, but that's a level 28 scope or stock. So if you want to unlock that, you would go for that probably, or go for the last one. The last one's probably like the most universal, best to use stock, very low recoil. So, and then finally, machine pistol, and machine pistol is pretty much a little cousin to the SMG. You can probably take down, I want to say 2 people with a full clip, to be honest. I mean, it can kill people pretty easily. Problem is it has a really high fire rate, so you gotta make sure all your shots count. That's pretty much the only thing you gotta watch out for on this thing. Last muzzle to maximize damage. ideally. If not, I would just keep it at the stock because that gives you the best option for the damage. From any other muzzle out there, just go with the stock or the no muzzle mod. I think that's probably the best thing to go for. Magazine, I'd go for extended, maybe quick reload. It just depends, to be honest, how much you use it. I mean, if you use it a lot, I would go for the quick reload. If you use it sparingly, I'd go for the more ammo, just so you have it in those situations where you really need it. Scope, same scope as always for me at least. OPR Reflex 2 Hollow, it's preference, and that's pretty much it. Ideally, revolver, shotgun, and the machine pistol, or I think are the three most used, and I think the most reliable ones out there for secondaries. But it's personal preference. I just try them all out and then see how you like them. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment box below, and I'll try to answer them. Thanks for watching.